Nope, not yet.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Game 2 as we tip off Larson Ford versus WCT. As that shot was blocked. And it's a tough one, not a lot of the usuals tonight for either team. So David, what are your keys to game number 2?
I mean, it's tough to come up with them. This is the most depleted I've seen a matchup in my 2 years here so far. Both of them missing their usual suspects. But I think the key, honestly, is to stay healthy for both teams. Both of these guys only with 5, and a lot of which not typically used to playing. So I think both teams have to play through their stars. I think for WCT, it's going to be Mercado, who had a great game, feed the ball into John Bauer. And for Larson, Christian Lyons, who proved himself last week to be a rising star in this league, but without the Pierre-Louis brothers who are playing in the NBA Summer League, it's going to be tough, an uphill battle for the next few weeks.
Still one of the best 4 teams, and we'll see how they do tonight. WCT won their first game, but obviously no Abdi Bashir. Here's a 3 for Luster from the corner. Lions the rebound. And McCallum lays it up. 5-3. Over a minute in. Lions got the assist, and then Savoy. Here's a 3 and good rattle in. That time it was Manny Warren, and then Savoy tried to dunk it, couldn't quite. Here's Luster, transition 3 off the ball. Wells comes away with the rebound. Here's Savoy, gives to Tim John Bala, who fires one up and gets the friendly bounce. That needed, and the miss from Jaden Hargrave, who's playing in his first game of the year, and then Otto on the other end couldn't get it to fall. There's Isaiah McCallum, mid-range, doesn't go. The big no Jamie Calloway also for Washington. He could be a catalyst when some guys aren't in. No Quinn Peters, no Abdi Bashir. A lot of Mike Goodall back for them. Here he is here, trying a 3. Couldn't get it. 7-5, well, just about 3 minutes in game number 2. Here's a 3 for Manny Warren, and it doesn't fall. Chance inside for Mercado. Thought about taking it, and lost it. And whistle. Now, here's something that we had last year when it was 5-on-5. Mercado committed the foul.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the game where someone fouled out.
There is no fouling out, it would just be technical free throw. Here's Peter Luster.
It's weird though that it went to technical free throw. I remember a few years ago in college when Alabama
That's insane. How long ago was that as there was a 3 was made?
That was when Colin Sexton was in Alabama. I didn't think that was... How long has he been in the league? Older.
Been in for a while.
I think it's got to be 7 or 8 years ago now, which is crazy to say.
Time flies. 3 doesn't go from Hargrave. And Sexton was a guy that people, I remember when he first came in the league, people thought he was going to be really good. When they had him and Garland, and there's a nice pass to John Bala, who lays it up.
Good defender as well, but NBA where there's not too much defense, you got to be able to shoot the ball.
Number 4, WCT, Orion Sapling, assist number 3,
Boy, leads it up in it.
on the Warriors. On foul number 20, Tim John Collins versus Baptiste second. And we're line shooting, one shot number 4, Isaiah McCollum.
Much more athletic than John Ballard.
One shot.
So they might try and go to McCallum a little bit tonight. It's going to be a tough matchup for them.
That indeed. Still, it's tough when you have Allen airball on free throws.
The airball free throws this year.
First of the night. That and the buzzer beaters have been the trend so far.
Basketball.
Can't miss it. As John Bala spinning, putting one up and missing the shot. Callan the rebound. Trying to go coast to coast there. Couldn't do it. Here's Andre Wells bursting the lane and laying it in.
Andre Wells on the Warriors on the basket.
Here is left.
Looks like both of these teams, which is interesting considering they each have 5, want to get up and down. But a slower pace. Playing at a really quick pace to start the game.
Has a 3 for Savoy. Goes in. And a 16-12 WCT.
On the triple.
I think WCT might have a little bit of an edge as Manny Warrior.
Goodall as well. I mean, Goodall is typically here for this WCT. Maybe doesn't get as much run as some of the other guys when the regulars are here. But he does know the offense, knows the system. He's played under Coach Peters.
Bala pulled and missed on. So here's Manny Warren. Directing traffic. Here's Lions at 3. Too strong. Trying to figure out what it is. Mercado nails the 3.
Christian Lyons on the deuce.
Here is a 3 for Goodall, and he rattles it in.
Goodall on the triple for the Warriors.
This one's been a little bit of a low scoring affair.
Callum denied by John Bala. WCT pushing the pace. And then this one's thrown away. They get it back. Wells driving, laying it up and in.
Andre Wells.
This reminds me a little bit of Jack Collins. He's on the floor. Not with the play style, but they
Same
both
motor.
just have that endless motor. You can't teach it. It's something that you're just bored with.
So
true. Here's a nice pass. John Bala laying it up and no good. And that takes us to our first media timeout. With a minute 53 left to go in the first. No whistles for a while. It's been fun to start this one. 24-17 WCT up top. Welcome back to JSBL game number 2. It was an interesting start to this one, as at least up here, as we were dealing with some minor technical difficulties. When you have a ticking sound in your ear when you're trying to call the basketball game, it's not too fun, as John Bala makes his first shot.
But we figured it out. We
did.
pushed through.
We don't have Nick up here tonight. We have Eddie, who's been fantastic. He's shaking his head no, but we know we were going to give you credit where credit's due. As here's the Lions after John Bala split the pair at the line. Here's Manny Warren, 1:40 to play. In quarter number 1, McCallum off the bounce, lays it up. Couldn't get it to go in.
Great defense there from Goodall.
And they push. Savoy, 10-point game.
Tell you what, WCT has impressed me so far in their first 2 games. Although talent-wise they might not match up with some of these other teams when at full strength, but they definitely play as a unit and as a team. As you can see on the alley-oop there pass from Wells to Savoy. They like playing with each other, and they play as one.
And Larry Marshall doesn't like what he sees. He takes a timeout. It's just tough because these are like the guys on Larson Ford that the same 5 that really closed out the game last Friday night or last Thursday night, and this is the reason why they closed it out.
And I was just about to bring that up. You read my mind. Now I know why. Even when the game became a little bit close, they decided to run with these guys to close it out their last time out. We were wondering why the Pierre-Louis brothers weren't in at the end of the game when it became close. This was why, to prepare these guys for this moment, because they're going to be without the Pierre-Louis for a couple weeks now.
Both playing in the NBA. At least Josh is. I don't know if Nate is playing. Larson possession. They're down 12. Here's Manny Warren. Has it at the top of the key. And lost it. A steal for Goodall, and couldn't quite keep it in bounds. As we're under a minute to play, we'll let you know if Pierre-Louis is playing in that summer league as a 3 for the Lions. Halfway down and then went out. 45 seconds to go. Here's Jorge Mercado, former Seton Hall walk-on. John Bala up top, dumping it down low to Savoy, who lays it up, but couldn't quite lay it in.
That was a really good over-the-top pass. Savoy just couldn't finish.
Here's Luster, tough shot, couldn't get it to go. And then almost stole it from Mercado. Shot clock turned off. WCT could hold for the final shot, but I don't think Jorge Mercado wanted to, and why should he? Drains the 3, and the lead's 15. 4 seconds to shoot for Warren. Warren fouled as we reach under him, second to play.
Wonder if that's on the floor. It is.
Still a chance to get it up. But
might have to go with a lob here. Would think it would either go to Lyons or McCallum, given their athleticism.
Here's Warren at the buzzer. Didn't get it off. Or he might have gotten it off and it was deflected by Wells, but either way, a strong first quarter for WCT. They lead by 15, almost doubling up the score for Larson Ford. We'll be right back with the start of the second half, or the second quarter, here after this. Welcome back to the start of quarter number 2. WCT up big after that first quarter. Here's John Bala. Gives to Mercado. Wells led all scorers in that period or the quarter with 11, and John Bala lost it to Lyons. Here comes Lyons slicing through, blocked by Savoy. What a foul.
Yeah, good job there by Lyons to get to the rim. If you're Larson Ford, you want to win this game in transition with the amount of athletes you have on the floor. Guys like Warren, guys like McCallum, Lyons, who can all run the floor very well. Can beat guys like John Bala down the floor.
As Lyons goes 2 for 2. And the lead's down to 13. Here's Wells. Inside, led all players with 8 assists and a nice tough shot there. Wells has really balled out tonight and a chance to get some increased minutes. Here's Lyons. Lost it, got it to McCallum, who was 2 of 7 in that first quarter. Here's Luster, a 3, got it.
I think we see WCT in a Jim Boeheim-esque zone right here. I think they're kind of playing a matchup 2-3 zone, which is interesting. We don't see zone all that much in the JSBL.
As well, the English on that one. He's having a great night, 8 points and 8 assists. Here's Lyons, was blocked and then he traveled.
Travel, interesting call. I thought that ball was deflected.
It did look deflected, but it's tough to see from here. Here's Wells, nice pass and a foul.
Yeah, Savoy definitely has a mismatch with Luster on him. Good job by Wells to recognize it. Savoy can use that big body of his.
Luster really gets that. And I thought when he took the 3 and made it, it's 36-22. Luster really gets up there with the ball above his head when he takes his jump shot. Here's Mercado. Gives for John Bala, who lays it up and in. And it's 38-22.
Great cut there from John Bala and a good find there from Mercado.
Here's a 3 for McCallum, didn't get it to go. Rebounded by Mercado. Getting pressured by Hargrave. Here's Savoy. Passed up on the 3. Backing down Manny Warren, and he couldn't make the shot. Lyons the board. Here's Lyons, got it up and missed the net, and then he was out of bounds. They'll call it a travel.
Lyons has to be patient there. He got the defender up in the air, and instead of going for the pump fake there,
went up with him.
You got to go with it.
Here's Goodall. Good move inside. Finds Mercado in the corner. He could really shoot it. Not there. As he misses. Luster got the rebound. Nice feed to McCallum, who threw one up and couldn't quite get it in, and then Jambala got whacked on the head. That's the last thing WCT needs. It's a ghost town on their bench.
I think it's worth noting as well that for Larson Ford, Shahid Muhammad is here on the bench, was the top shot blocker in 2022 and 2023 for Larson Ford, but not in uniform.
Interesting, and obviously he could be working his way through an injury or working his way back from one. As
he had a tremendous JUCO season at Southern Idaho last year, just transferred to UMass Amherst.
Good
play
transfer.
under coach Frank Martin next year, but pretty cool for him as well. I saw him talking with Jorge Mercado because Muhammad, before Southern Idaho, was also a walk-on at Seton Hall, played with Mercado. So I saw them catching up, their families talking as well. So it had to be a pretty cool moment.
Here's Mercado with the ball, takes a shot. I'm sure Muhammad didn't like that too much from Jorge Mercado as the lead's up to 19. Tough shot and a make from Jorge Mercado. Here's a long three for Warren.
Warren taking a lot of bad shots for Larson.
He was doing that the other night too, as Mercado again along the baseline. And the lead up to 21.
Yeah, it's starting to become danger time now for Larson Ford.
Here's Isaiah McCallum. Finds Manny Warren. Puts up a shot and got that one to go. Another maybe questionable shot from Warren, but made it. Here's Goodall. Gets the fake. Fires one up, and nice shot from Mike Goodall. And it's 47-26. About halfway through the second. Luster lost it, and it goes to John Bala. And then Luster fouled him. Actually, you're going to call a double dribble.
Very interesting call there yet again. John Bala very confused.
As McCallum spinning, laying it up, and ball don't lie, it seems like.
McCallum likes to go to that spin move a lot.
As Goodall gives to Wells, who lays it up and in. And it's 49-26. Long three for Warren, and that one too strong. Here is Lions. Lead at 23, spinning, laying it up, and blocked by Mercado. Here's John Bala slicing and tried to slam it. Couldn't, and has two at the charity stripe.
Hard fall there from John Bala. Hope he's okay. But that was a really tough take to the rim. That's what you want out of your big man.
I think he might have gotten hit in a spot where you don't want to get hit, and we'll be talking when we get back. Welcome back. Second quarter action as Tim John Bala will go to the line. John Bala after the media timeout.
I don't know if you just saw the jersey of that little boy that just ran by. He's wearing a Brandon Ingram Lakers jersey. Pretty interesting.
Ingram, now of Pelicans fame, was not a Laker for that long and then got traded over to New Orleans in the Anthony Davis trade as John Bala misses on the second. We might be heading towards story time tonight, as that one's blocked by Wells. Wells running the floor. Good pass to John Bala. John Bala looking for somewhere to go. Throws it all the way over to Mercado with 10 to shoot.
He had to have been very close to 5 seconds there.
And that one was blocked and then thrown away.
Yeah, this Larson Ford team just does not look up to par. Not enough experience in this lineup.
And no scoring either.
Yeah, not really one person on this roster that can go get you a bucket when you need it, you know?
As Savoy airballed the 3. Here's Warren. Floater doesn't go. Rebounded by Savoy.
I will say, though, Manny Warren is very shifty. Has a nice handle. His shot selection at times can be a little bit questionable, but I think if you put some pieces around him, plays within himself, he could be a good player for Larson Ford.
Foul on the floor. You're right, and he's got the Amari Jones shot selection. As both of those guys. You're shaking your head.
Amari Jones just stays catching strays from you.
He's a good basketball player, he is. But those guys have some interesting shot selection. Here's Goodall. Missing the shot.
Definitely looked like there was some contact from Luster there on Goodall. And it looked like a walk there from McCallum. But the referees let them play through.
Yep, and that one was a kickball that they let go. And then a feed inside to Savoy, and he lays it in. And the lead's doubled up right now. Here's McCallum and a charge.
And that's what I was saying before on one of the previous broadcasts. If you even have remote position, they're going to call a charge nowadays. You don't see many blocking fouls anymore. It didn't look like Jambala set his feet, but because he was somewhat in the area, they called that the charge.
They did, and this one's stripped away. Here's Goodall. He gives it to Wells, and here's Jambala on the block. Looking for somewhere to go. He finds Goodall. Left hand rolls in.
Great team basketball. WCT has really impressed me. Second worst team last year behind ACI Robin's Nest. And this year looks like they're going to get off to a 2-0 start.
As a high arcing 3 from McCallum doesn't hit the mark. A nice pass inside. Goodall feeds to John Bala, who spins, lays it up, and then was fouled. And the lead for right now for WCT is more than the amount of points that Larson has scored tonight.
I don't think that's good.
Usually when you're losing by more than you've scored.
Unless it's the beginning of the game, yeah.
But halfway, almost at halftime, yeah, it's one of those nights where Larry Marshall could just sit and just watch as this one unfolds.
Yeah, Larson's going to need some of their guys back. Wonder where Jamie Calloway is. We've yet to see Terry Copeland as well.
Didn't play at all last year either.
Yeah. Andre Hyatt also not here for them. And obviously Muhammad on the bench. And then they also had Ryan Zan last week, but he's not here. Wonder why they're missing so many guys.
There's a long 2 for Hargrave. His first points of the night. And a steal. Here comes Lions, who throw it right to Andre Wells. Here's Mercado, and he was fouled. Peter Luster was. It's going to be Warren on the foul. As look at that. Look at the kid in the Steph Curry jersey doing Liam's job from last year. Liam not in here to annoy Eddie tonight, as Mercado couldn't get that one to fall.
Liam not in here to annoy Eddie. It's because he's going to be too busy being the starting left tackle for the team this year, pancaking everyone.
We talk about IHOP here? Or? And here comes Lyons, who missed a shot. And then Wells saves it. Wells drives, finds Mercado, and Mercado missed a shot. And then John Bala threw it out of bounds, but it went off Larson Ford. Under a minute to play in this long first half. And that one doesn't go. Hargrave has it here. He missed. He actually fed it to McCallum, and McCallum missed. Here's Savoy.
You could go 2 for 1 here.
Finds Wells, and he lays it in. Here's Manny Warren, swatted away, but a foul by Mercado. 58-28. Just 11 points in the second half, or the second quarter for Larson Ford. Obviously a chance to add a couple here from the line. Warren. Nothing going right for Larson Ford tonight. Manny's got one more at the line and goes 1 for 2. Final 15 seconds of half number 1. Savoy. Looks like WCT might hold for the last shot. Savoy dumping it down low, through to McCallum. McCallum at the buzzer, the shot for Hargrave at the top of the backboard, and that ends a half number 1.
A half to forget for Larson Ford, that is.
Halfway there to the end of game number 2. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the start of the second half. The clock doesn't start running until the fourth if it's this big of a deficit, and the largest deficit of all time was 101 points back in the 70s. Jerry Lynch's team, led by Bob Verga, who was considered the greatest player statistically to play in this great league. As WCT up big, and it's been a strong 20 minutes. Here's Luster, faked out everyone, tried to find Lyons, who found McCallum.
Looked like he faked out the referee as well, too, because he definitely got away with the travel.
As McCallum launches and makes. Isaiah McCallum and his family's always here, always cheering him on, the most animated people in the gym, and it's always nice to see them here. So that one is a turnover off WCT, so maybe Larson can build some momentum here, down 26. McCallum tries another three, and this one a bit too strong.
They're going to need to make a lot of those if they want to find a way back into this game.
Well, they were 11 for 43 in the first half, just from the field in general. And when you're 11 for 43, you're going to score 29 points, like they did. Here's Warren, gives to Luster, who tries a three, and that one no good. And there's a split to the lane and a foul on Jorge Mercado. McCallum picks up the foul, and I don't know if you guys can hear, but Isaiah's family cheering him on.
Mercado's been very impressive for this WCT team. I feel like he's been that much-needed scorer that they lacked last year.
Same with Abdi Bashir as well.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. But, I mean, obviously last year it was Shima Ekubar. But now, with him getting hurt in SummerSlam, the other great summer basketball league by the Jersey Shore, they've relied a little bit on Mercado.
Oh, man. There's a nice alley-oop finish from Lyons, and there's Larson with a highlight. Here's Mercado, has it at the top of the key, takes a three in the face of Warren, and was off the mark. Warren, turn around, passed it to Hargrave, who lays it up, and no good, but McCallum was there for the rebound and putback, and he missed as well. Wells, Goodall, drives along the baseline, lays it up and in. And it's 60-34, under 8 minutes to play in the third. Here's Luster. The triple is off the mark. Here's John Bala. Drives and one.
It's great to see these Robbins Nest players go elsewhere and then succeed. We saw it with Myers, obviously, in RKE. John Bala's been very good for WCT. Last year didn't have much success, but now they've been great complementary players on other squads.
As John Bala missed, and for a second, and then there's a slam from Lyons. Lyons didn't know what to do with the ball after John Bala missed. Everyone kind of just stood still. It's been that kind of night, and Wells lost out of bounds, but it was off of Larson. Larry Marshall came over here at the half and said he was going to suit up. I don't think he's going to do it, but it would be great to see him do it. And there's a steal for Lyons, who lost it for a second and got it to Luster. And now lost it again after the pass from Luster to Wells, who steals it. Wells driving along the baseline, finds Mercado, who lays it up and in. And it's 66-36. Actually 64-36 is a 3 off the mark from Isaiah McCallum. Here's Savoy. Feeds to Mercado, who lays it up and in. Now it's 66-36. Here's Manny Warren off an off-ball screen, and he got it in. On-ball screen, nice play. And it's 66-39. Here's John Bala. Takes a 3, and off the front of the rim, too short. Here's Warren.
Typically, we don't see John Bala take that type of shot, but with the lead as big as it is, I think he's kind of experimenting a little bit, working on that long-range jumper.
That's McCallum, the mid-range, and a steal for Luster. Mercado chasing, and then he fouled him and one. Tough shot and make for Peter Luster. And Larson showing some fight here in the third. Fourth personal on Mercado.
Good to see that they haven't rolled over and died, because when you were down, by that much at the half, it's easy to kind of give up, especially in a league like this where defense isn't as prevalent anyway. But these are guys that typically don't play as much for Larson Ford, so I think they're kind of just soaking up the experience and are enjoying the timeout on the court, even if it's not that close of a game.
It's invaluable experience. As they lose it again, McCallum the steal. Knocked down Savoy to the ground. Chance to cut it to within 20. Here's Lyons. McCallum the triple from up top. Off the front of the rim, no good. 5 minutes gone by here in quarter number 3. Here's the pass inside to John Bala. Was double teamed and it didn't matter. Here's Manny Warren. Gives up top, McCallum lost it. It's going to be a backcourt violation on Larson Ford.
That was really unlucky. He dropped it and then it hit off his foot and went backwards. You don't see that happen very often.
No, you do not. As Ben Rice has cut the Yankee game to 5-3, and we're in immediate timeout. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Halfway through quarter number 3. Dan Yuzerski, David Smith taking you through the rest of tonight's action. Some MLB action going on, and we have a stoppage for kids who are shooting on the court. And almost lost by Mercado, who lays it up and blocked. And then it comes to Goodall. Goodall cross court to Savoy. Lines up a 3, missed, but Mercado right there for the rebound and put back.
Yeah, that's not Savoy's game, but great positioning
And
by Mercado.
McCallum slams it in. Here is Savoy, and then a hard foul. Savoy gets up, but he did get tripped up. Some perspiration now on the floor, and let's see who goes over and gets the broom. You know what, with the broom still there, it's like Liam never left. As it looks like everything's okay. Still trying to figure out whether they should go get the broom or not. This game's had everything, hasn't it? And now
Just about.
And now head coach Josh Peters is going to go get the broom.
There wasn't even a fall. Like,
No.
why is it so sweaty?
It's the summer, and we're by the Jersey Shore. It gets humid. As Josh Peters doing everything for his team tonight. He's coaching. He's mopping. His team's up big. The chance to improve to 2-0. That's right, tomorrow's action will be Seaview Jeep and intern helpers who have struggled so far out of the gate, and then ACI Robin's Nest, who's played well, and Stearns Trailer, who hasn't lost a game in a long time, as Manny Warren couldn't get that shot to fall, and the fight for the rebound goes off on Lions.
Let's just not forget, though, that in their first game, Seaview Jeep looked pretty bad. Robinson didn't have much help around him. Again, they didn't have Xander Rice, but if they played like they did, that could be a close game against the intern helpers.
As Savoy lays it up and in, and the lead's almost up to 30 again. Here's a long pass to Luster, who drives, gives to McCallum. He drives and missed a layup. He left it short, and then a turnover by Jorge Mercado. It will give the ball back to the blue and gold. Yeah, you're right. Seaview Jeep looked very discombobulated, even with Justin Robinson, as they didn't have some of their regulars. And obviously, Xander Rice back in town. He'll be there tomorrow night as the lead's cut to 26. After the layup from Larson. Savoy thought about the three. He's going to drive along the baseline. Lost it for a second. Gets it out to John Bala, who's drives, looking for somewhere to go. He's going to try a three and make it. It's been that kind of night for WCT. They're up by 29, 77-48. As Warren splits, shifty move, and then was denied at the rim.
It was a good block right there, but it was a really good move, too, by Manny Warren.
Savoy, shot fake, mid-range is good, and it's 79-48. Here is Hargraves spinning in and was bumped. No way. Hargrove missed the first. Now, is it Hargrave or Hargrove? He goes 1 for 2.
I believe it's Hargrave.
Actually, he goes 2 for 2. As an update from the Yankee game, Aaron Judge is now on pace for 60 home runs. He's hit another one. I don't think I was debating this with my father the other day as there's a steal for Luster. Judge might be the greatest Yankee to ever play when it's said and done. Here's a pass inside to Lyons, who lays it up and in.
That's a crazy statement.
Well, I mean, in just terms of the competition, Babe Ruth didn't have to deal with 100-mile-an-hour fastballs.
You got Mickey Mantle.
Well, yeah, but Mickey's peak and Judge's peak, it's kind of similar.
I think Mantle has Judge defensively. He's more of a five-tool player.
Yeah, but Mantle, remember, played his whole career on one knee, as Mercado's going to try a three and left that one a little long. Here's a three from Warren. No, he passed it up. Lyons will take it and left it short. Here's Goodall. Finds Savoy, who tries a three and got it to go. And it's a 30-point game, 82-52. as we approach the fourth quarter. Here's Manny Warren, missed. Here's Mercado again, laying it up and in. As we approach 30 seconds to play. Here's Isaiah McCallum. Here's Lyons driving on Mercado, and Mercado might have gotten a piece of it, and then Lyons the putback. Shot clock turned off, and who's that off of? Looks like it's going to stay with Larson Ford.
Don't go back court here. Don't do it.
They didn't. Lyons driving, floating it up and in. WCT, 5 seconds to go. Here's Wells. Wells at the buzzer, couldn't get it. But that encapsulates a dominant 3 quarters so far for WCT. We go to the fourth. Up big for WCT. Welcome back. We do have a running clock throughout this fourth quarter as this one's almost over. Shout out to Eddie tonight as he's really fought through some tough conditions without our tripod. Here's Lyons driving in, floating, and blocked, but a foul.
John Bala didn't think so. Looked like he got the ball clean, but it kind of was like holding his hand.
It's close. It's one of those where it could go either way, and no one's ever going to be happy with a foul call.
Unless you're the one shooting the free throws.
As that was a little bit of a ball don't lie moment there.
A lot of impressive stat lines for this WCT team. Andre Wells with a double-double, 12 points, 12 assists. Then you have Jorge Mercado also with a double-double, 21 points, 12 rebounds. And then John Bala also with a double-double, 19 points, 11 rebounds.
Mercado's been great tonight. Savoy's been great tonight. 21, 11, and Wells a double-double, but in the assist category as well, shifting to the lane, and oh, what a block by Lyons, but they're going to call a goaltend.
That one was very close, but even with the goaltending,
great effort.
The athleticism shown there by Lyons was just tremendous.
As McCallum misses from the mid-range, and it'll go to WCT. We do have a running clock. Here's Goodall, gives to Andre Wells. So we approach 8 minutes to go in this one. Here's and a steal. Hargrave coming down the lane is going to pass to Luster, a three from the corner. No good, and here comes WCT with numbers. John Bala splitting coast to coast and lays it in.
That's an impressive coast to coast from the big fella there.
Showing everyone he's got the mobility, as it's a 31-point game and a three from Warren off the mark. McCallum right there for the rebound and put back. Here's a three from the corner for Mercado, and two Larson Ford defenders converge, but rebound in the hands of them, and a three for Hargrave off the mark. McCallum doing some work on the boards, but missing the putback.
Lucky they didn't convert there. Savoy got caught watching on the glass as the board went to McCallum.
Here's a mid-range from the block for Savoy, and it goes. Under 7 to play as it's 90-59. Warren driving, laying it up and in. And it's back down to 29. Here's Savoy. Gives to John Bala. John Bala, Wells, a three from the wing, and he left it short. Here's a teardrop and miss from Hargrave, and here comes Andre Wells, a man to beat. That one's blocked by Lyons.
The athleticism Christian Lyons possesses is second to none. Makes sense he's on Larson Ford with the Pierre-Louis brothers. I feel like all we see on this team is just pure athletes that can jump out the gym. Definitely fits that mold.
As we're under 6 to go with the running clock. WCT possession, they're going to go to 2-0 on this young season towards the top of the standings. Here's a move and then an offensive foul on WCT. That one's on Tim John Bala.
Those don't feel good. Think Manny Warren caught an elbow there from John Bala. And like I talked about on the previous broadcast, not very often you see an illegal screen called in this league, so it has to be obvious when it happens.
It does, and they're going to use this to take a media timeout, I believe. And we'll take one with them. We'll be right back. Welcome back as we're entering the home stretch. Here's Andre Wells. Wells feeding to the corner for Savoy. Lost the handle for a second. John Bala long two. Too strong. And then Wells almost tipped the rebound and stole it. And here's Hargrave. McCallum driving up and under. Didn't get it to go. Here's Mike Goodall. Driving, laying it up, and no good. McCallum the rebound. Offense was not hard to come by in game number 1. It's been a little bit tougher to come by in game number 2. As Luster leaves it for a three for Hargrave, too strong. McCallum the rebound. Here's Lyons laying it up, and no good. His rebound and putback attempt. No good as well, but he was fouled and will shoot 2 at the free throw line as we approach 4 minutes to play. But first one is good. It rattled in for Lyons. Lyons hits a pair at the free throw line. As we approach the final stages of this one, 3:40 to go. Now about 3:35. Here's Andre Wells. Gives it, and then Savoy lost it, got the handle back. Wells on the wing. Back up. Savoy thought about the long three. Shot fake and a shot clock violation against WCT.
I feel like we see it happen once a night where team just unaware of the shot clock because of the position of it in the gymnasium.
I think, and I think that's for two reasons. As Warren misses the three, Lions the rebound and put back. Well, one, because the position of the shot clock is different than most other gyms, and two, you have guys that are coming out of college and midway through their college careers that are playing with 30-second shot clocks, which makes a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt.
As Mercado from the free throw line, his jumper doesn't go. And an offensive foul, as I was going to call it a block.
They called the rare block there.
Do my eyes deceive me?
2 tough falls, though. Hopefully, Lions is okay.
Hopefully as well. And he's face down right now. Might have just gotten the wind knocked.
Appears to be okay. We'll go to the line.
Lions is okay. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him. They're cleaning up a perspiration spot. Mercado's done everything tonight. And now he's doing that. He's done literally everything on the floor that you want him to do, and now is cleaning up the floor with 2:27 to play. Just 6 points for WCT in this quarter. Larson Ford has outscored them by 1, as they have 9 in the first 7 minutes and 30 seconds of quarter number 4. As Lions will check it back in, and we're back underway. Final 2:20 of WCT's second win of the year is a 3 for Luster. That was blocked. Savoy went flying into the air to get a hand on that one. Wells along the baseline, lost the handle, gets it to Savoy. Here's John Bala laying it up, no good. He's rebound and put back is though, and as we approach 2 minutes to play, the lead at a steady 27. This one almost thrown away. Lions saved it. Here's Luster, 10 to shoot. Lost the, tried to get it to Lions, couldn't quite. Here's Mercado feeding to John Bala, who tried to slam it in and laid it in instead. So many good performances as that 3 off the mark, and the rebound and put back by McCallum is good. Under a minute 30 to play.
It's been a tough game, but I think both teams have done a good job.
There's a long 3 for Mercado. Fall short. Here's a 3 for John Bala. He missed as well. Here's McCallum, the slam! As he gives him a highlight.
I think both teams have done a good job keeping their focus. Both teams pretty depleted. It was going to be a tough game today, but...
Well, WCT had the advantage, especially considering that it was their rotational guys here tonight instead of some of the reserves, as Luster a 3. No good. Rebound and put back by Lions. Also, no bueno. Here's McCallum. Will miss the slam. Here's Mercado laying it to Wells, who laid it in. As we eclipse the final 21 seconds of this one.
You're going to have quite a few picks for your post-game interview. There's quite a few for WCT who have played really well and deserve it. I think Mercado, Savoy, and John Bala can all, even Andre Wells can all make a case.
As Luster's just going to dribble it out. Maybe he'll take one final shot. He does not. And that ends it. A strong win for WCT with Larson Ford not having some of their regulars in. And they flipped scores tonight. as WCT wins 96-69. We'll be back to wrap it up with the player of the game after this short break. Welcome back to JSBL's coverage. I'm here with tonight's star of game number 2, Andre Wells. Andre, you filled up the stat sheet in every possible way. How did it feel going out there and playing that well?
Felt good. We got a good win yesterday, and I feel like all of us took that and just ran with it and did much better today.
You guys are now 2-0. You were on the ACI Robbins Nest team last year that won only one game. How confident are you guys after these first 2 wins?
Good. I was telling my teammate Tim, we talk about this all the time. We got 1 win last year out of the whole season. Now we got 2, so it feels much better.
And then Brookdale this year, you guys are really good as well. How excited are you to get back and playing over the fall?
Good. Can't wait. We work on that game all summer for the winter, so it feels good.
All right, that's Andre Wells, tonight's star of the game. 16 points, 12 assists, double-double. Awesome game tonight.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
That's it for us. Enjoy the rest of your night, everyone.